Hello to all of you precious jewels out there in treasure land. Welcome to I Am Treasure. If you have been following this platform in the past, I say welcome back. And if you are a new follower, I say welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so here we are. Like I said, we're going to be talking about narcissists. What is a narcissist? And like I said, if you are following this platform, you are going to get truth. You are going to be reassured. You are going to be enlightened. You're also going to be made aware. You're going to be strengthened. You're going to receive understanding. You're going to be renewed and realigned. And you also are going to evolve. Go from one place to another and grow. All right. Again, I say welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, I'm making this video to say it is true. You are not crazy. Again, it is true. You are not crazy. What is true? What you have heard, what you have seen, what you have felt, and also what you have experienced. It is all true. It is all true. Okay? But let me read, what is a narcissist? You might say, okay, I keep hearing this word. What is that? So I said, I'm going to read it instead of trying to explain. I'm going to read it. Okay? A narcissist is someone with a personality style characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. I'm going to read that again. A lack of empathy for others. This can range from narcissistic personality disorder, which is called NPD for short. They often have a sense of entitlement. They are manipulative and react poorly to criticism, as their inflated self-image can mask underlying insecurity. Okay? All right. So I just read to you the definition of a narcissist. That's what I just read. Okay? So the cycle that you go through with being involved with a narcissist is, the first cycle is the love bomb. Okay? Okay, so what is that? What is the love bombing? Okay. Before you actually get to the love bombing, you first meet the narcissist. They seem so charming, and everything is just like top notch. The outside look, the things that they say, and everything is just so like, just so well put together. Okay, all of that, everything from the look to the talk to the conversation, everything, it has to be top notch. All right. They're going to listen to you as well as give you praise and, just treat you like you the best thing since sliced bread. Okay? They're going to listen to you. And what you don't realize is they're taking note of everything that you say. They're listening for your insecurities, everything. They are taking note from things that you have experienced. I mean, everything, things that you wouldn't even think they are listening for, because it's a motive. It's a motive behind everything that they do, everything that they say, the people that they are involved with. Everything is a motive. Everything has its place. Everything and everybody. It's like a movie. Everybody has their. And a lot of people that's in their movie, they don't even realize it. They don't realize it. It's like a movie. Okay, so like I said, the love bombing is first. So as you're starting to spend time with the person, and time is moving on, and it's not a lot of time because this movie is moving fast. So they start to give you big promises. Again, they have heard your concerns, your insecurities, and your motivation. They have heard everything from you. So now they know how to put the love bombs together. You might want kids, or your dream is to be married, or whatever your desires are. These are going to be the love bombs that they drop. The promises of those things that you really desire. Okay? So now, it's on and popping. You're like, wow, I got somebody like me. This is really it. This is really it. So now they pressuring to get these things done. And you really think that this person wants the same as you. So you moving fast. You're pressured to move fast. You're pressured to move fast. Because one, they get bored fast. And then two, what you don't realize, they already have people already that they have dealt with. They're called supplies. Everybody is called a supply. They're already dealing with somebody, but that of course the person that they just left, because you are the new supply and you don't know it. So now the person that they just left, they're like on the side. Okay, they're like on the side. Again, so you're getting love bombed, and you're starting to get hype, and you're happy, and you're feeling like, wow, I got all this attention. This person loves me. We're spending a lot of time together. So therefore, you just feel loved. And again, they have listened to everything that you've said. So therefore, they know all the right words to say. Okay, so that's the first thing, love bombing. Okay. So now, as a little bit more time goes on, the devaluation stage starts. It starts by backhanded compliments. Then it'll start to get little outbursts and stuff like that, and it starts coming from left field, and you're like, wow, what am I supposed to think about that? Or how am I supposed to feel about that? Or sometimes it just catches you off guard. And then you might feel like, okay, well, when I get a chance, I'm going to talk to this person about it or whatever. And then next thing you know, you go to talk about it. You start to be, it's dismissed, because now you're starting to be talked to like you're crazy and like it didn't happen, even though you were a part of it and it was done to you. It's almost said like, that didn't happen. Then you're thinking like, wait a minute. And again, it happens more. Then it starts happening more. Then the gaslighting starts. So these are the stages that you go through. And I might be talking fast, but as it's happening, it's real. It's real. This is really real. And now as your feelings are starting to be dismissed, you're starting to feel devalued, and you're starting to feel hurt. And then now, because they don't like to be questioned, again, everything about them that comes to them, it has to make them feel good. They don't like to be questioned. They feel like, oh, how dare you, question me, or they turn things around. They twist words. Then you got to go back and explain that I'm not saying that. Let's stay on track and let's talk about this. Let's try to be clear. And everything everything is a big game. And I didn't even mention how they're telling people now. They're telling people that you have met through them, their family, friends, or whatever. They're talking about you. Because as you're going through time and you're around different people, you will receive these cold feelings or these looks from people. And you like, wait a minute, I know I'm not crazy, especially if you're a person with great discernment. And most of the time you are a person with that. Because that's how come you are picked. You are picked because they can see your light. Again, let me read this again. A lot of them are codependent. They're codependent. They can mirror your reaction and your empathy, because it says lack of empathy. Lack of empathy. They mirror your feelings and your reaction to different situations. All right? Because they don't have it. Lack of empathy. And again, because they have like a grandiose personality, and they want all this praise and all of that. So it's like for you to question them, and you're just trying to get things straightened out, and you're just trying to allow yourself to be heard. So these things, you're thinking like, okay, let me get these things straightened out, because I don't like the feeling of what's going on and what's all happening. So let me get these things straightened out. You thinking it's not a big deal because you're thinking the person is like you. And sometimes it never gets straightened out because the words is always twisting. Then there's a lot of lying going on. And one thing compiles to another. And then again, like I said, it's always some kind of motive. It's always some kind of manipulation. So a lot of times, and what you're not aware of, things are set up to look one way to people on the outside. Again, because like I said, they're lying to these people. They're lying to them, wanting them to think you are one way, when they're the one that's doing whatever that they're claiming that you are doing. It's like a movie. It's like a lifetime movie. They have so many people fooled because, again, they are master manipulators. But I didn't want this video to be so long. I just wanted to really come on and explain what is a narcissist. That's what a narcissist is. They love praise. They thrive on praise. They thrive on praise. They hate to be questioned. They have grandiose, just a personality about themselves. Everybody have to think that they are the star. And that's where they get their self-worth from. All right? So the next time, we could talk about another side of it. But again, I just wanted to at least make this video to talk about what is a narcissist. And I wanted to say, no, you are not crazy. What you have seen, heard, felt, and experienced is true. You are not crazy. All right. So see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.